Good evening and welcome back to the Mancunian Way. It is Thursday. It's time to chat. Thursday night chat. Good evening, Luke. How are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you after yesterday's result?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Ed, good. He's not on camera. He's a naughty boy. He's at the gym, so that's why he's not on camera. He's at the gym.
Big up.
It was prearranged before anyone says out. Rich is here now. Is your Wi-Fi improved, Rich?
I don't know. Has it?
So far, so good, yeah.
A little bit. Let's see.
It's amazing. In about 5 years, it's the only time I've had Wi-Fi problem.
Oh, well.
I know. Right. We will get into, as you know, tonight, City have problems. We will talk about it. Obviously, I know other people want to talk. Before we get going, I had a few replies on comments yesterday coming out of the show. I just want to address, and I'll say it early because people want to listen to this. As a channel, I said we have decided we're not going to do this slag players off for the sake of slagging off. You want to do that, fine. You can. We are just as a channel decided saying they're crap, they're shit is pointless. There's no way you can go with them debates. I'm sorry if people don't like that. That's fine. Maybe we're not your cup of tea. I don't know. What we want is a community where people enjoy coming, having a good interaction, good, healthy debates, whether we agree or we don't agree. That's what we want. If we're not your cup of tea, fair enough. No harm, no foul. We'd like everyone to be involved, but it is what it is. We just want... So, listen, was I wrong on certain players? Yes. 1,000 times I've said I was wrong on Nico Riley at the beginning. I was wrong on Nico J. I hold my hands up. But we are going to back every single player in a blue shirt while they are here. If they leave, fair enough. But we'll make that decision as we're going along. This, I don't care. Sabinho's crap. Bowden's crap. Haaland's crap. There's no analytical viewpoints in that. So, yeah. So, we hope you enjoy it. We just want everyone to enjoy it, that's all. Good evening, Pat. How are you?
Oh, good, thanks, Martin. Hello to everybody out there. Hope we're all doing well. Been a good week, I must say.
Very good week.
I'm buying 2 of them and them notebooks. We're bagging.
Yeah.
Gosh. DC, hello. Kathy, hello. John Brown, good evening. BB, I have a physical season card of supporters that want one shouldn't have supporters clubs. Yeah. Some do, but you were probably about to kick a massive fuss up for that, BB. Does anyone just want to do the Fulham situation? Because I know Rich and Luke, you didn't. So just before we have the full panel, do you want to have your say on Fulham?
Yeah. Go on, Richie first, mate.
I thought it was a thoroughly professional performance. It was actually a performance reminiscent to me in some ways of going back a few years where we go out hard, get ahead, and then the second half we just control the game. Rotate players, rest players, give everyone a rest. And I thought some of our social media from City fans actually went to a new level last night because everyone was whinging about the second half, and I thought that is exactly what we used to do. We didn't used to go on and win 8-0. We used to get ahead, and we then used to rest players. We used to stroll around the park. We used to take it easy, and we used to save our players for April and May. And I thought that was the first time this season I've seen a performance that made me think, in the last 2 games, we showed the resilience we used to have against Liverpool, which really we haven't seen that much of for the last season and a half. We showed that ability to come back and get a win, when we don't, I think overall we deserved the win against Liverpool. We didn't necessarily second half deserve it. So I think we showed that resilience. And against Fulham, I thought it was just the archetypal, ultra professional City performance. I was really, really pleased with it. I thought, giving, Haaland's got niggles, giving him a rest, getting 5 players off, and we'll be able to rest them again for the weekend, some of them. So I just thought that was brilliant. I was really pleased with it. And when I saw some meltdowns on social media about how we were rubbish second half, how we hadn't gone for it and all that, I just thought there was a lot of nonsense. And I thought there was a lot of good performances, a lot of energy. I thought Diaz and Gay looked assured together. Donnarumma as good as ever. Haaland got a great goal, which, is from open play. So, that's now 2 in his last 4 from open play. So he's starting to get back. I thought Phil looked very bright early on for, the moaning about him. He had one exceptional shot, which, the defender got to. So there was a lot of positives for me.
Luke?
Yeah, no, honestly, I think the reaction to the second half, I just keep thinking, well, we're up 3-0 at half time. 3 great goals as well. Well, obviously the third one was obviously a tap in, but it's still obviously a decent goal. I thought the second goal was brilliant. I thought O'Reilly still was brilliant. I think the fact that he's gone from left back to midfield and is still and all the positions so far in the season has been brilliant. Each of them shows how good a player he actually is. I think he's probably one of the most underrated players this season in terms of how good he's been. I know people going about Shirky and what he's done, and Donnarumma, and they've been brilliant this season, them two since coming into the club. But Nico O'Reilly, from especially after last season, sort of coming into a very injury-riddled City team with a lot of obviously players out of form. He came in, did a very good job last season. And I look at him this year, he's probably a better team. He's still one of my best players right now, and deservedly so.
We talked on this channel about wanting to see him in midfield as an 8, giving, with Reinders and Foden not going that great, wanting to see his energy and I think his energy in the middle, it shows. I mean, I think that Newcastle game away when we lost in the league, we lacked that energy, we lacked that physicality, and I think he's brought that to the team. And I think it will make them think twice about spending 100 million, even if we have it, on Elliot Anderson, because I genuinely think O'Reilly has a higher ceiling, is a better player, and I don't really see too many things that Elliot Anderson offers that O'Reilly doesn't. Although it might mean we have to sign another fullback.
No, it's a good point. I thought Aït-Nouri's done very well recently. It's in the back of the team. He's got better and better. He's looking like a proper. Yeah. I know he's at the back. He's a bit dodgy at the back, but again, he's a better player going forward anyway. That's fine. And I want both fullbacks better going forward. Like, you trust our defenders to do the job, as long as you sort of do a little bit of work when you can. But Aït-Nouri's ability to sort of bomb forward, across the ball, and pass it, obviously, when he needs to, he has good quality on him. I think he will get better. As I thought, next season will be where a lot of these players start coming really into their own. Like Aït-Nouri hadn't played that many games anyway because of injury in AFCON. So the fact that he's come back to this team and has done really well is a credit to him. I think Gahey still was good again. Gahey's been brilliant since he joined the club. Him and Diaz together were great to watch as well, obviously, but both the partnership. So I'm really confident in this team right now. And I think, again, one game at a time, as we always say, each game as it comes. But we've got a very, very good squad here. People don't actually talk about it enough. Like, we've got Collar coming back as well, and Savino coming back from injury as well. And Stones is back now as well. We have a very good squad of players to choose from here. People are putting us down for everything. I think, in a way, good, because the more people go about Arsenal and leave us in the dark, keep doing it, because it means that we're going to get under the radar eventually out of nowhere. We're there. So I'm all for it. Yeah.
No, I did say, I don't know, big up the chat, big up the panel. I did say yesterday, to your point, Rich, that I think O'Reilly, I think Pep figured it out. We're putting him in the midfield for what we do need. I would keep him in the midfield because I know Martin has talked about moving Bardio to left back. And Pep wants to play Gahey or start Gahey at times too. So I don't know if would need a left back. because you still got Nori there as well. But I would still want to. I'm not sure we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna spend $100 million, but I still want a midfielder to come in my opinion. But what O'Reilly gives us is what we need. We need the energy, especially with Roger being in there too. We need the legs, we need the physicality, and I think he offers all of that.
I mean, I agree on the midfielder thing. I think we do. Go on, Rich. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I was saying there's a lot of reports in Spain saying that Real Madrid aren't after Roger anymore. And his dad did a thing last night where he said he's really happy where he is.
You signed the contract, Rich.
Has he signed it? Yeah. Because I was going to say.
Sign it. No, sign it. It's been offered.
Yeah.
Sign it.
Yeah. No, that's what I was wondering because that's, yeah.
I keep hearing this. He's happy. Sign the contract and let's get going then.
I assumed we'd taken it back, but now he's fit. Maybe not. We'll find out.
That's a good question. If O'Reilly was playing for another team, would you want City to buy him? I wouldn't. I would think he's overhyped as most players are today.
I think he's overhyped.
I think he's amazing.
I think he's really, really good. Like that goal yesterday, the way he sort of made that run, well-timed run into the box and chip the keeper the way it was brilliant. I get that. I get it. Like world class today is not the same world class as it was 10 years ago, probably, but about 10 years ago. But it's football. It always changes in football. I feel like it's a bit unfair to start sort of certain players are overhyped. And that I think he's actually been quite underhyped for me, by his fan base. And not saying else, by the way, but
I don't think we hype our players up enough, Luke. I think we do the opposite. I think we like to drag them down a bit.
We slander them.
I think you're right. I think Martin's right on that we don't hype them up. I mean, if he was playing for Liverpool, the hype there would be about a player.
Oh my God, there'd be T-shirts, plaques, there'd be billboards, there'd be all sorts. One of our
look at Kobe Mainoo, right? Kobe Mainoo had one this season.
He'd be in an all-time Premier League 11 already.
Kobe Mainoo's been compared to Rodri by the United fans. Compared to Rodri.
Do you remember when Foden first started coming through the team, right? And I remember when everyone was bigging him up, hyping him up, and I get it because he was a new young player at the time.
Yeah. And
do you remember how everyone was backing him? And in 2021, when he really blew up and became one of our best players in the team, he got better and better and better. I remember the hype around him was so high. For some reason, I don't know. Not us, not the ones that actually go to game, but the one that actually support the team properly. The amount of criticism that he gets, I get it if he isn't playing well. Fair enough. Every player has to be very criticised, but the way people go on him at times is very agenda-driven. And it's quite sad how people have gone that way now, where it's like, it's not about actually criticising the player for how he's playing. It's about if they're an opposition to their player, the team. Like, what's happened to actually supporting the team rather than supporting a player? Why? I don't get that at all.
Because you're a happy clapper if you support the team. Yeah. You're a happy clapper.
I think it also deals with because people are so extreme when they talk about other team players that they kind of have to match some of that energy with their own players, because people love to call other players disgraces and all this other stuff, right? Like some of the stuff we hear is crazy, but so they have to kind of do the same thing with their own players to match it.
And I think sometimes
can I just say, sorry, Rich, one thing. I know it's 0-0 now. I'm going to be honest. We'll do the full time at the end of Arsenal's game.
Yeah,
I just don't want everyone to go in, because if Arsenal score, everyone's going to start going, "Oh my God!" Let's just. I appreciate the updates and keep doing them. Just
bloody hell, Dart! What 4-0? Let's get Barcelona losing 4-0. Oh my God!
Yeah, I'm not saying don't update, and I appreciate it. Formidable, you're one great. I know Ryan apparently.
No, Brentford's been top in that game though. They had a couple chances.
I just don't want to. Brentford score, we all get hyper. Arsenal score, we all go into depression mode. It is what it is. We can't do a lot about it. We will discuss it at the end. Promise you. Let's just get to the full time, then we'll move on it.
Yeah.
Because if Arsenal win, everyone will be formidable. I know it's not. I appreciate that, mate. I know it's not. I'm just saying for the flow of the panel, and I want the chat not to explode. If that makes sense. I'm trying to keep the chat nice and friendly at the moment.
No.
Yeah. I
Don't
think,
want it.
I think Martin, going back to the hype on Foden, I think the problem for Phil, and I think Saka's having the same problem as well at the moment. They're both incredibly talented footballers, and they're both footballers who I think some people expected to get to the level where they play at their best, as they have at their best every game, every season, and become almost like Messi, Ronaldo types. And you know, and even they suffered from a bit of hype at times, especially Ronaldo. But I think that's the problem. I think Foden and Saka are very, very good Premier League footballers, and they sometimes play like superstars, but they don't play like superstars every week. They have off form. Saka can't play well when the team's losing. Foden's had, for the last 2 or 3 years, real runs of exceptional form, but then he's had bad runs. And I think that's the trouble. I think
as is every player, Rich.
Yeah. But once
Ain't Nori was a bag of crap, remember? Ain't Nori what we signed him for? Now everyone loves him.
Yeah. I think people accept it for 95% of players. I just think when there's a player who you look at and you think they're so good, why can't they do that every week? I think that's when they set. But I think it's why King Clancy caused such emotion, because you saw some games with him where he looked like he was better than Maradona, but then he played like he was worse than Gareth Taylor, and for 8 games on the trot. And I think that's where the players who are mercurial. That's what I was worried about with Cherky. Could he be consistent? Could he do it week in, week out?
I think Cherky's just being used as every new player in a Manchester City team is. Dips in and out. Not many new Manchester City players come in and play 70 games.
No, I mean KDB, but that's before Pep, so that's different.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Usually he sort of dips him in for a bit, dips him out, dips him in. Cherky and Kushinov are going to be mainstays in this football club for a very, very long time. Mm-hmm. And I said this last night, to have the back four that we've got now, and potential Victor Hayes, to have a Cherky and Foden in the same squad, to have a Doku, Semenyo, to me, the future's bright. And this is what I'm excited about. And the thing is, I know we all look in isolation of just the season, but I like to look on, my God, for the next 5 years, we're going to be, because listen, City are not going to splurge every window. No. It'll come to a time where the squad gets to a good age level, good squad level, and they'll go back to buying 1 player maybe in a window, maybe 2 at a push, like we used to do, if you remember. We never used to be a team that went and spent 250 million every window.
What was it? After Turian's year, bought Mahrez and that was it. Yeah. Bought Mahrez. Yeah. So
that's what I want to be careful of with this January thing, that everyone gets used to us spending 200 million every January now. So that now becomes a normal thing that we have to go and spend 200 million every single January. And this is where I think Caldoon and the board have always been right. If you're having to spend 200 million every single January, there's something's gone wrong. I get it while we're rebuilding, but something's gone massively wrong if you're doing it season in, season out.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what we're seeing now, we're just putting right certain things that we've messed up on. What's up with Pat, by the way? Pat, you're too quiet and it scares me.
Yeah, no, I you know me, I switch off when you start stoking agendas, but yeah, look, I'm fine. Thanks.
So I know people have brought up Kusanov as backup right back, but did you guys
I can put a mask on of LB if you want, Pat. That makes you feel a bit more comfortable.
It's all right, I bet you to it.
Did you guys notice that in advanced positions, the team didn't even pass him the ball?
Oh, go on.
No, it felt like when he was advanced up the pitch, the players didn't want him passing the ball. It felt like when he was out there.
Yesterday, I think that second half was by design. I think Pep told him to just, because if you notice when Bernardo goes off, Foden drops deep. Because Foden was more advanced in that first half and was getting involved in everything. Bernardo comes on and he just straight drops deep. And I felt for Mamouche because I watched it back today, you know. I just think that second half was just by pure design. I think he told them just don't pass forward. I know that's probably a bit negative and a bit blah, but
I think don't waste any energy you don't need to waste. Don't get injured. Let's rotate some players. Let's make this a 45-minute game because then we've got, you know, all that extra rest. I think it was absolutely by design. And I think if you go back to the treble season and the quad season and the best seasons, we used to do it a lot. I think after you know, we used to go for it in the set, you know, when we got the Centurion. But after that, even in 19, we used to get ahead, get a comfortable lead, and then just rest and control. And that's why we were playing so well April, May. So I think that was brilliant to see.
Like John says, nice to see us defend a 3-goal lead. Listen, but that used to be us. We used to be go 3 up, go to the corner flag. We used to be that team, and yesterday he did it, and then people were still criticising him because he wasn't.
What's going on?
Ambulance red
Oh, my bad. I thought I went on mute. My bad.
Has Ed fallen over or?
Yeah, Ed dropped his Albanian contact lenses.
I don't know what was going on there. I mean, to me, I just thought it was a really good performance in second half. I put it down to that was a coach's dream. Sit back, conserve energy. You're going to have some of them are going to have 10 days off. I don't think many are going to have 10 days off as they believe they will, because I think we'll talk about that later. I think that Salford game is going to be far stronger than what people realise.
Oh, it will be, yeah, sure.
Well, we kind of have to because we've loaned all our EDS players out. So we've only got McKay who can play now. Everyone else is out on loan somewhere.
Yeah. Paul Mukas.
No, Naipan's the future.
No one's injured apparently now. He's got a niggle.
Who is?
Oh, God. That old famous words.
He got a niggle and when he played for it was the game for the EDS.
Leeds.
Yeah, Leeds. Apparently got a niggle in it.
I must admit, I'm quite tempted to watch Watford play because they all reckon he's the best player at the academy since Foden.
Oh,
so Funi at Watford.
Yeah,
the
centre back.
Right. He's supposed to be fantastic. So I'm quite tempted to try and watch the Watford game, see what he looks like.
I mean, Paul Mukas.
Tone's in the chat. Don't forget, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Me, Tone, and Pulper, and maybe Ozza will read our rights at 2 p.m. tomorrow. So come and join us for that. Has anyone else got anything they want to say before I start my rant?
Well, I'll leave my Seats comment after your rant because I've got my point of view as well. But I'd rather you start the rant and get everyone going first.
No, you go because I've got a feeling me and Rich are going to go leg for leg tonight. Because Rich is going to give me the old CFO bullshit that is going to come out in his speech. I know he will.
No. My thing, Martin, is I think a lot of these problems go back far longer. I know when people walked away from football 20 years ago because of the problems that are just getting worse and worse. And I think you youngsters, you just don't born.
Rant or monologue. It depends how you want to view it. How do you want to view it, Neil? Right.
Neil, Rich rants, Martin moans. That's the difference.
I just want to say this before we get rolling. Dashmesh with the 33, my friend, thank you so much for your continued support. We are amazed by it and we are massively thank you for it. Thank you so much.
I'm emotional. I mean, this is a dream come true. All these guys deserve. All these guys around here.
Right. It's time. That should be me. No mad.
Martin rants.
Right, Manchester City, we have a problem. We have a problem. And I know, and this is not, by the way, I am not digging out anyone at the club because I know people from the club do watch this. I know this is not me having to go at anyone in particular. This is just me being a fan right now. Manchester City have been absolutely superb in the way they've run this football club, top to bottom, for a very, very long time. Absolutely outstanding. But what's become heartbreaking in the last 1 or 2 seasons, maybe a bit longer, is the feeling the match-going fans, the long-standing match-going fans, are now starting to experience. I personally think that there is a bigger disconnect between the season ticket holders and the club than there ever has been before.
Mm-hmm.
And that genuinely breaks my heart to say that. It breaks me in every way possible. Yeah, maybe I'm emotionally into this because it has affected people in and around me. It's affected people close to me, friends, family, you know, my 2 nephews. And this isn't just about the North Stand. And everyone's going to think, well, no, this is not just about the North Stand expansion. This is about, I asked a question a few weeks back, and I said, have the club grown too quick, too soon? And I think people misunderstood what I meant by that. All I simply mean by that is, are we trying to become United, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Barcelona off the field? Because on the field, we're up there with them. Off the field, we're not. We're not stupid. Man United, and this again breaks my heart, are a bigger football club off the field than Manchester City Football Club. Are we closing the gap? 1,000%. Are Liverpool a bigger club than Manchester City off the field? Yes. I'm not going to sit in La La Land and Lula Land and pretend we are. Is our global reach getting a far, far bigger? Are we a massive football club around the world? Yes. Are we one of the main guys in the Premier League? 1,000%. Have we got the best owners? 1,000%. But it does not mean we cannot say when things are wrong. There was a saying many years ago, we used to say back in Main Road in the early days of comms, which was, we never want to be like them over the road. And it wasn't even just about being on the field, it was the off the field stuff. We were proud because, this is going to sound awful, we didn't have 20,000 people coming in from an airport to all get in the stadium. You went with your friends, you went with your families. You ask a lot of long-standing City fans, it was they became a fan because of their dad or their mum or their sister or their granddad or their grandma. And it was always a club connection somewhere. Last night, I had a chat with a lovely family of 4, won't mention them, young lad, young daughter, and there was roughly, one was over 10, one was probably under 10. And I've got to say that apparently they're giving up their season tickets yesterday. Yesterday was our last ever game. And what broke me was that's the future of our fan base. Not the mum and the dad. It's like the kids. Because it's their kids and their grandkids that you want to bring through the door. Well, they're not going to be there. And I just feel so disconnected. I go in the stadium now and it's like a morgue. You want to bring people in the door. They're not going to come in the door if the place is silent and got 20,000 empty seats. Mm-hmm. And I just feel there are certain people, you know, Soriano is one of them, who have very, very misplaced this football club in the community and what it's about. The famous quote, "We are Disney World and Aguero is our Mickey Mouse." You've not understood Manchester City at all. You really haven't. Releasing news of your North Stand extension when you told everyone it was a blue wall. Fans were going to vote and then released that it was going to be 2 new hospitality centres or areas and 500 people were going to be moved, and you posted that out 10 minutes before the emails went out to the fans. Bad PR. To beg people to come into Fulham last night when there was 5, 6, 7,000 empty seats, and the thing you put on social media are the prices of the new hotel. Poor, yeah. Calling Flexi Gold season tickets, poor PR. Having to give away your hospitality tickets to Manchester City staff because you can't sell them out, poor PR. Not being able to transfer your tickets to friends unless they are named within a certain time period on your account, poor PR. Selling tickets at over 70 quid for adults on your website when you can go and get them on a third-party website for 24 quid. Poor PR. I've never known a season where so many long-standing season ticket holders are turning their back on the club. I don't know where to go with it. Now, I will go on. I'm going to let you guys have your say. We're going to have a show with 1894 at some point. Some people moving forward, as we always do on this. I've already done that, Lex. Wrote to the club, done all that. We've asked for. My nephews were at a meeting last Tuesday. I went the day before the Newcastle game. Me and my nephews were at a meeting. Went bad. The debate's not bad. It was lip service all the way through. The reason Galatasaray tickets were so empty was because of safety issues. When Galatasaray fans were allowed flares, flags, and all sorts into the ground, and Big Steve's dad is being searched for wearing a coat. And Galatasaray fans can take who they want. The stewards at the club being aggressive to fans when they point something out is not a good look. A steward saying openly to a fan in the stadium, well, maybe you need to get a better fan base then and fill your ground out because we do at Old Trafford. I'm going to ask before I go on because I'm going to talk about Spanair. I'm going to talk about Soriano. I'm going to give the facts. And if anyone from the club wants to come and have a chat on this channel, it is an open platform. We will welcome it. Welcome it with open arms because that's all we want is communication. We love everything about the club and what it's done and everything. We just want to know what's gone wrong, what's caused this disconnect. Charging £2,700 for a season ticket in the new North Stand is extortionate. Charging however much, £158,000 for a box. And then you promote it all over. Having Carabao Cup tickets on sale to hospitality before we've even got our allocation. Again, bad PR. Pat, I'm going to start with you because I don't know what's going wrong.
I can only say to a certain capacity, being where I am, my affiliation to the club and things like that. But, I can speak for a lot of, City fans over in this part of the world who, there's some of us who, became Blues because of, sky blue's your favorite color. You may have grown up watching a favorite player or something like that, or it could be the Oasis or anything like that. But one of the things that really stood out for me, and you know this because, it was basically the first time I ever watched the club, and it was just the level of dedication, the level of passion that the local fans basically brought to this club in a way. And, when you hear the stories and when you start spending more time over there, you understand that how generationally involved the fan base is in Manchester for this particular club, and the fact that generational ties have been severed so quickly and so brutally over the last couple of years or so, basically all in the in the pursuit of trying to get the KPIs and spreadsheets and the bottom line, and just trying to maximize profits as much as you can. It's just, what's the point of chasing a few quid if you're going to lose your soul while doing it? So just when it just keeps happening, or basically just happens in a way that just when you think you've heard it all, something else happens, something even worse happens as well. And that's just my thoughts about it. I don't want I'm trying to think of this with my head rather than my heart, basically. But like I used to, when I went over, I appreciated like all the stories you used to hear from people about watching City in the old days, the good old days, or even the not so good old days. But to now know that people are just not going anymore because they've been priced out, or because the experience is a shell of what it used to be, then it's very, very disappointing. And it's just a shame that it's come down to this. And I just don't understand how the club can't even come to at least a reason about it, because you've seen in recent years, we've seen some of the atmospheres that we get, like especially when we play when our backs are against the wall as well too. That crowd can lift. And if you give the fans an opportunity to to express their passion, their dedication to the club as well too, then you're going to get it in return. You're going to get great atmospheres, you'll get sellouts, you get every match sold out. But they're just chasing pound, just chasing money at the moment. And it's very, very sad that that's the world we live in. And I wish there was something we could do more about it. And look, that's all I really have to say. It's tough for me because I'm not over there all the time anymore. But I think severing those connections is just you just drag.
I need to address this. Sorry, Brian. If you want to come on and have a chat about this, you're more than welcome, mate. But without all the fans like us, mate, you wouldn't have a football club to support right now. We've already said we're a big worldwide club. We understand that. And no, we don't like it. Why? The stadium is half empty, Brian. Open your eyes and look on the TV, mate. Or when you're in the stadium, there's empty seats. They're they're every fucking where, empty seats. What do you want me to do? And you keep going, the older fan base, there's kids giving up tickets. Yes, there are. If you think people in the North Stand are happy about that, you need to stop saying that then, Brian, because you haven't got a clue, mate. Because if it wasn't for the older fans, you wouldn't have had a club in 2007 to start to support, mate. So have a little bit more respect than just saying, if you're not happy, go. Because that's the problem, mate. Some have gone, and they ain't coming back. And they're not being filled by the tourists. I'm not even going to call someone like Ed, to me, he's not a tourist because he comes because he loves City. So aren't the people who don't, and not even Manchester City supporters, who just come because it's a day out within half and half scarves. Stick your half and half scarves up your anus, sideways, with no lubricant. We don't want them. End of. Sorry, go on, Pat. I had to address that.
No, I said what I needed. I said what I needed to say, and yeah, I second what you just said as well too. Yeah, half and half scarves up the back.
I think the problem's far, far deeper than what we're talking about. I think we're talking about the icing on the cake, and if the cake's not good, the icing doesn't matter. These are the minor problems in football. The problem in football is far bigger. In January, in 4.5 week period in January and early Feb, City had 9 home games. Of those 9 home games, 2 of them were virtually dead rubbers in the fans' eyes. A semi-final we're already up in, and a Champions League game we thought we'd probably win and still come out the top 8. They had 9 games. That is after Christmas in a country that is doing tough economic times at all stupid different times. One of them was at 3:00 on a Saturday. Football, there is way too much of it. It is really inconvenient. It's a convenience purely for television. So the games are at hard times. I mean, an 8 o'clock Tuesday game. Yeah, if you live locally in Manchester and you haven't got, and your kids can cope with not having a good night's sleep before school the next day, and you don't have an early start in your job, and you've actually got money left after Christmas, maybe that's an option. But for a lot of people, going out and spending hundreds of pounds going to a match just after Christmas when it's 2 degrees and it's raining, and it's, I think that's a problem. I think complacency is a problem for City fans, because if everyone is honest, most exciting moment for City fans, Gillingham beating Stoke, Aguero moment. Since then, generally, winning a game is less exciting than it used to be. I remember going when we were in Division 2 or Division 1 and you win a game and you were happy for a week. Nowadays, if we don't win 3-0, the fans are complaining because we set such high standards that really there's nowhere to go. And I think that those problems are actually huge as well. And if you then have those problems, you've made the effort to go, and you've spent £300 when you haven't got it to go to a game on a Tuesday night, and then City insult you by the stewards, not behaving themselves, or the people around you are complaining about something,
and
then
telling you that Old Trafford gets
the
more
actual
fans.
joy you get from it, is taken away. And I think that's the problem for football. This isn't just. I've got a lot of mates who've walked away from Premier League football and go and watch non-league football or go and watch lower league football, because they will say Premier League is about, not Roy Keaning it, but it's about prawn sandwiches, it's about television, it's about global entertainment. It's not about fans of the game. And if you want to go and have a good laugh at a football game, you go and watch Oxford United against Portsmouth, or you go and watch Blythe Spartans against Gosforth. You go and watch a game where you can still get a pie fare, a few quid, where you can have a couple of pints, you can stand and you can have a laugh with your mates. And a lot of people are doing that. And that's the problem. It is now a global entertainment business. But the problem is, in America, where you have something like the NFL, which is a global entertainment business in the same way, you have 8, 9, 10 home games in a season. So a match is a massive occasion that happens maybe every 2 weeks. We're doing it with 3 home matches, 4 home matches in a fortnight. Now, how you can create that, how you can put those 2 things together, try and make it this massive global entertainment thing like NFL, but then have it played almost as regularly as baseball or basketball, is nuts. And so City should be pulling their finger out and should be doing everything they can to look after the local fans, because there's no question, when you say we're not bigger than United and Liverpool, that is far more true in the UK than it is overseas. If you go to parts of the States, if you go out down to the local school in Sydney, you'll see more Haaland shirts than you'll see, United shirts, Arsenal shirts, possibly Liverpool shirts combined. So City have grown massively around the world, around Asia and North America, etc. But they've always, in a way, taken the local fan base for granted, because City were, of all the big clubs in the country, were a team with a real local support. So I think when they came in, they thought, we've got to make City massive globally. We're already massive locally. We don't need to do anything. We've got huge support in Manchester. We've got huge support around there. And I think they've taken that for granted. And I think they need to address that. But the bigger problems for the game, the amount of football, the games purely at television time, at really inconvenient times, football games down in London on nights when there isn't a train back, or, Chelsea played Wolverhampton away on Christmas Eve a few years ago, and there were no trains on Christmas Eve, there were no trains back to London. So people were having to drive, till late in the evening on, just before Christmas Day. So I think those are bigger problems, and football's got to solve those. They're not, City can't, but City should make sure the icing's good, and they should be offering tickets free to local kids and everything else, because
Yeah, we shouldn't be giving them to
mate.
schools in Scotland. Why are we giving them
Yes,
schools in Scotland? Why aren't we giving them schools in Manchester, Oldham, Wigan, Bolton? Why are we giving them schools in Scotland?
No idea.
And by the way, Brian, you are totally missing the point on this. There's a difference between a City fan abroad and a day tripper. The term day tripper means there is no association with Manchester City. They've come over to England for a few days. They'll take an Arsenal game in on a Tuesday. They'll take a Chelsea game in on a Wednesday. They'll come to a City game on a Saturday. That's an example of a day tripper. That's not how Manchester City's built. Anyone goes, we're not that club anymore. We understand that, but we're still that fan base. There is 35,000 season ticket holders at Manchester City, and we have one of the oldest fan bases going. We're being told we're being made to feel as though we're not wanted anymore. And if it wasn't for these fans, there wouldn't be a club now to support. That's the bit you're all missing. It's the bit you're missing completely. Good evening, Gaza. It's the point you're all missing completely. This is not about be a City fan, but be a City fan. No City fan goes to catch a Chelsea game halfway through the week. If you don't get that, and that isn't we're a different club, bollocks. Here's the difference. These fans will leave and they'll go and support another club when City are bad. We don't. If you want to be one of them, off your pop. You know, that's what it is. Luke?
Right, well, I was speaking to this. Obviously, I'm not someone's a local. People don't like, some don't like me for that. I don't care. Sports club for at least 16, 17 years now. People say, well, what about that? I won't go into that too much, Mark, because you know what I'm getting at there, but I'll leave it there. But for someone who has gone to games now properly finally since the last 4 or 5 years because of COVID and other stuff going on in my own personal life, to be able to go to games and so there's a lot of different fans and the different parts of the ground and sort of appreciate the the history of the club from older City fans, even the younger ones that are my age, and that, and making great friends of like yourselves and many people on this panel who I've sort of got to know over the last couple of years. For me, the best part about going to games for me is chatting to the fans. Obviously, the games are great as well. Obviously, when you win, it's great. But when you're with everyone else supporting the team and backing them week in, week out, it's great. It's amazing. But when the club are pricing people out, like those are people who actually go week in, week out, when they're pricing everyone out, like what, 70 odd quid for a midweek game in February, like even so, it's still ridiculously stupid. I don't understand why like the club think that we're at that point where we can charge that money and everyone's going to go. I think they've lost the whole point that with this club would not have been here without like yourself, Martin, who were going way before them, back at Main Road. Now I'm lucky to support this club in good times. I'm sure it'll be bad times at some point in the future. I'm sure will be, but I'll be there to obviously go through it myself. But I just feel like the way that the club have treated the fan the last few weeks and seeing everyone leave and sort of like even what was it? I think Alex and obviously Alex and his dad have been going for years. I think his dad's been going since the 60s, so he's been going for quite a long time. And when you like even they themselves are thought about it. Obviously they still go now because love's there. But even Alex has sort of said how hard it is now to sort of see how everyone around him, it's like either giving it up now because of what's going on, obviously with all the stands and that. The club itself just feels like a corporate cash cow. It's not a club anymore. Like when I first went, even when we were winning stuff, then I felt part of a lot of the support where everyone was together supporting the team. And even the last couple of years, it was great. But you look at it now, you got hospitality everywhere. Even in this north stand, this new pub, like this new pub and bars and that. Like, what is this? Is it a shopping centre or is it a football ground? Like, what are we trying to achieve here? I know that the whole idea is to make money. Of course it is, but without the fans that have been going years and years and years, way before me, before even Martin as well, people would be older and aren't here anymore. Without those generations of fans, we would not be where we are right now. So, yeah, I mean, I'm shocked because it's my generation that are getting shafted where we can't even get season tickets now. Like, if I wanted to get one for myself, I moved to Manchester, I could get one right now because of how I've done it. Like that blue wall that we're going to do would be quite cool to have if I season tickets there. It would be, but yeah, I'm just as someone who's just outside who just doesn't always go week in week out. It's just sad because, like you said, it's like a morgue. Like the atmosphere is barely there now. Like, I went to the women's game, and there's a way better atmosphere there because, well, obviously, because it's going to be obviously going into a tempo obviously every now and again. But every time I go now, the atmosphere just isn't there anymore. It's because the club just yet again are out of touch with what fans want and also what and the process of the game where it is. But yeah, that's just me. I'm just disappointed, just baffled about how it's going.
But by the way, I am going to address it. Maybe I'm letting people get to me about. He's asked me a question. I'll address it. When 1894 did the protest, missing the 20 minutes, that was done because we were shooting at an end. And Manchester City, like you people have said, it's quite right. We are globally around the world. So when City are on the TV, everybody watches. What the point of that is exactly what they got. We got a goal in the third minute, and half the stadium was empty. It's bad luck PR. That was us telling the owners, no. This is what could happen if you push fans away, if you overprice fans. Not just local, the City fans around the world who come over as well. Yeah? I want to emphasize this again. There's a massive difference between a City fan abroad, a City fan local, and a day tripper. Totally different. A day tripper and a City fan abroad are completely separate. We're all Blues. A day tripper is someone who has got no association at Manchester City. And the owners did care because that's why Caldoun lowered the prices. He lowered the prices because he did care. It was addressed in his end of season speech. So that's showing ignorance to say he didn't care. Of course he cared. What people have got to realize is, yes, we're thankful for everything. We're thankful for the trophies and the success, but it wasn't to be at the expense of selling our soul. And to many fans, it feels like we sold our soul. That wasn't what we wanted to be. And many fans think this way. Many. I was at a meeting last week about this. And if you could have, I'm telling you, I wish I could have recorded it because, my God, the questions that were being asked, there was so much anger in that room by long-standing season ticket holders. I'm sorry. I didn't want this is me speaking now. I didn't want the success at the expense of a soul gone. I want Manchester City here in 20, 30, 40, 50 years for my grandchildren. My grandchildren won't be able to get in that stadium. That's the sad reality of it. I want Ozzy's kids and grandkids to be able to go to the stadium. Rich's grandkids to go to the stadium. Luke's, Ed's, Pat's, everyone's in the chat. We want this legacy to continue. Not all the old fogies die off and you've got 40,000 empty seats. That wasn't what we wanted. That isn't what we asked for. And that's what's happening. No one in Manchester can afford £2,700 to sit in a corporated area where we were told it was a blue wall. By the way, Brentford have equalised. I'm just checking in before the whole chat goes crazy now.
Yeah.
Because I saw the chat going.
Tell me it
every
wasn't
time.
Tiago.
Titles on. Titles on.
Hey, tiles on. Tiles on.
Tell me
Anyway.
was it Tiago? Because I'm looking at the
Still
goal.
another 20-odd minutes left to go.
Ed,
It was Lewis
You're
Potter.
so
It was
one
Lewis Potter.
you're
coming.
someone who lives abroad. And
Yeah.
by the way, I hope you understand what I mean by the difference between a day tripper and a
Yeah, of
city
course. I
abroad.
didn't take no offense to that. I didn't take
Yeah, because I think people are getting misinterpreted by the term day tripper.
Yeah, no,
Really
that's
is.
not. No, day trippers are like, and we talked about this yesterday too. I thought I brought up how like their background is at Barcelona, so they kind of are used to day trippers, right? Being a big part of ticket sales. That maybe they thought they could do the same thing in Manchester, but I think that's where they're losing touch at, because you got to take into consideration the area, just the overall, the weather, all that stuff plays a factor in having tourists come and visit the stadium.
Yeah, I agree. To me, the day trippers is the one that basically on the same day they were deciding if they were going to go to a show rather than go to the game.
Yeah, they're there because they got offered a free ticket. And it's not just tickets, by the way. It's about the transferring of it. I can't go to a game one day. I can't transfer my tickets to my... For example, say Ozzy rings me up and he goes, you know what? I've got a free evening. I go, you know what, Ozzy? Great, I can't go. Would you like to go on my ticket? He can't go. I can't send my ticket to Ozzy. Can't send my ticket to Luke. I can't. I'm not allowed. That's the part people are missing here.
Well, Martin, I was able to go to Wembley, was it in 2024, for the Chelsea game and the United game, because Alex's dad couldn't actually go to both games. So Alex said, I use a ticket. I able to get his ticket for both them games. It was really, really cool. That's the beauty of that process. We'd actually do that, where that ticket isn't wasted or gone. It's used so that as a seat filled in the ground. But Wembley or Etihad, that's how it should work. I don't know why I've gone away from that for. It's really weird.
Cheery's local fans do not like it because the club is bigger than that.
It's never big.
We are the club. The fans are the club, mate. Anyway, Ozzy, good evening, my friend. How are you?
Oh, I'm not too bad.
You're looking a lot more frightful and more colour in your face after your flu bout. Hope you're feeling a lot better.
I am. Thank you very much.
Did you have the flip out in Benidorm?
I know. I'm starting to think he just pissed off on holiday for a week. I'm starting to think he just went and had a week away.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure Ryanair sells tickets cheaper than antibiotics.
By the way, breaking news. When was the last time all the original four were on this show together?
I mean, Pat's been missing back of a milk carton.
Well, Rich is leaving in 5. So.
I thought Pat went to Tokyo, I reckon.
No. See, Lex, be careful. Danny Wilson doesn't. Danny Wilson has bosses. Danny Wilson is only the ticket office manager. Is not the guy. And I don't listen. Danny Wilson wasn't at the meeting because, thoughts and prayers with Danny. He did lose his father. His father passed away, so thoughts and prayers to him. Sorry, go on, Ozzy, mate.
I suppose you want my views on what you've been chatting about for the last, I don't know how long, because I only caught the first 5 minutes before I came on. The ticketing issues, the empty seats, I won't try and go over too much of what you guys, because we've talked about this before on the shows, and a lot of what you guys have already said, I kind of agree with. I think it's sad, really, that we are in this position as a club, but it's not only Manchester City that are having this problem. There are other clubs who are having this problem. It's not as well publicised because, it's always the Etihad. The media really love to jump on us, but they don't really jump on other clubs. And, you can ask any other fans of any other club up and down the country, they're having the same issues. You know, it's because tickets are so priced so high. You're getting the average person on an average wage. You just can't afford to go to as many games as they'd like to. You know, there is still a cost of living crisis in this country. I know it's not just in this country, it's throughout the world, but you know, if we're just focusing on the Premier League, you know, we're City are playing in every competition, and they pretty much play to the end of most competitions. So if you're asking fans, and it's not just your average single person, if you know you've got like Martin who's got a family that he likes to try and take, you know, you're talking what 60 quid, 70 quid a ticket, and then you're talking about that for a family of 4. Then you're talking about going to Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, just the Premier League matches. I mean, those expenses are just astronomical. Like sometimes you just got to think, really and truly, what can I pay for? You know, I've got to pay for my council tax, my food bills, my electricity and gas bills, you know. So it doesn't surprise me when we get to a point where we had against Newcastle where the stadium was half empty, and most people were just like, well, we know we're through pretty much. You know, there wasn't a lot of jeopardy. So people are thinking, well, is this a game really worth going to, or shall I save that money for the next big game that I feel that I can go to? So it's understandable why we're at. And as you guys have said about the other issues that, you know, basically the anger that's come, especially from long season ticket holders who have supported this club for so many years, and the way they've been treated, is understandable why some of them have now kind of said, you know what, I've had enough, I'm walking away. And I respect that decision, I totally do. It's a difficult one. We all support this club, we all love this club.
Night all.
So, Rich.
Yeah, Rich.
But there has to be a point where the club, it's not just, like I said, not just our club, it's the Premier League in itself, need to listen, you know, need to take on board that if they want to have fans in the stadium, and I mean proper fans, then they need to address the problems, because if it carries on like this, you know, we'll go back to COVID times where we're all just watching it on the TV and there's no blubber in the stadiums. If that's what the Premier League want, then they're going the right way about it. What I don't understand for me is that you do want crowds in there, because we remember how bad it was under COVID. No one liked it. It felt soulless. So you do want the fans in there. So you look at the revenue, and if Rich was still here, he'd explain this better than I can, but the revenue that City bring in from the gate receipts is barely anything. You know, it comes more from the TV subscription, that you know, the advertisements. They bring in far much more money. So they don't need to charge the extortionate figures the tickets right now that they are. You know, I do think City do need to address this problem sooner rather than later, and hopefully they will. I have heard that, you know, they are wanting to try and sort some of this out, and they are listening to Sports Club, which is great, but it can't just be talk, it has to be a lot of action as well.
Well, Ozzy as well, right? Do you remember last season when the protests happened? They decreased the price of tickets down, didn't they, to a good amount of money? Now all of a sudden this season it's gone back to be expensive again. What happens to the prices being cheaper again? Why have we gone back? It's like the club have like just listened last season. Oh yeah, we'll placate these issues now, and then next season just pretend that didn't happen. Like, it's like, guys, you can't keep doing this. This PR is absolutely embarrassingly shit. I was gonna say it's embarrassingly terrible for a club that meant to be a big football club, you know, off and on the field, as Martin said. You're doing all this stuff, which everyone is seeing, including Royal fan. Everyone's seeing how bad you're being with the fans right now, and on Viagogo, all this third party stuff. It's out of control, and everyone can see the shit show, and pretending that it's happening.
Yeah, you bring up the different sell-on like Viagogo, and you know, we've got like 7 or 8 of these, you know, where you can sell your tickets to these sites and stuff like that. There aren't any other clubs in the Premier League don't have anywhere near close to those sell-on, you know, ticket sites. So that's an embarrassment You know, it should be, as Martin was saying earlier, where you should be able to transfer your ticket to someone you know and trust. You know, that someone you can go, whether it's family, whether it's a friend, you should be able to do that. And City should want to do that because they know that more likely, as a fan, you're not going to take the piss and you're not going to send in somebody who's going to cause a load of trouble, you know, or an opposition fan. You're going to send it to someone who actually is going to appreciate that. So they really need to go and think about that, really, not this sell-on. Because at the end of the day, what are they making from these sell-ons? Yes, they're making some money, but they're not making anywhere near what would be worth it in the long run to upset your fan base. Just it doesn't make any sense to me. You know, you're just thinking about the greed rather than the long-term sustainability of your club and your fan base.
Well, we keep announcing record revenues, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Why take it out on the fans? Why make false promises? Why promise us a blue wall? Say it was going to be a fan vote, and it's not a fan vote. Because, as I said, me and Pat will tell you this, we were at the stadium, we went into that cabin, we had a chat with the guy, and he said to us, I don't know why you're voting on it, because they've already decided the planning permission's in, that shop's coming down tomorrow. There was no vote, was there, Pat?
Nope.
There was no vote, it was done. But the trouble is, if 115 comes in, which we know it won't, if the 115 comes in, what happens then? Because you've pissed all your local fans off. The day trippers aren't coming to watch Manchester City versus Cheltenham, whereas we will. We're City till we die, not City till we stop winning trophies. Some fans have got too used, and that's fine. But you can't tell me the reason why the stadium is half empty now. A semi-final against Newcastle, and there are 10,000 empty seats or something daft like that. Why? Why?
The prices are ridiculously stupid.
They weren't that expensive.
Well, sorry, that one it wasn't, but sorry. Yeah, but it was.
This is the point no one's asking is why is the stadium half empty now?
Because the local fans are being drawn out on it because of how clubs treating them.
In a semi-final, we should not have any empty seats. I shouldn't sit there watching school children singing United songs. We're giving tickets to schools in Scotland and they're singing now City are crap and United are great. What? Is that 2026 football now? There's no thanks. I'll give that one up. Imagine me going to taking my lad to United and he starts singing City till I die. He'll get smacked.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd hope in all honesty, Martin, that
no, I hope he wouldn't.
Anyone's smacking children, but you know, let's not go down that road.
No, because he looks very old. He does look a lot older. I don't get it. But Brian, this is why. But you're missing the point of why they're choosing not to. They feel alienated now. All you're doing is we've been successful, so what? Again, Brian, 115 happens. Are these day trippers going to come in the building? No.
Well, Martin, even the Europa League, for example, even the Europa League, will people be there? Let's just say 1 year if they're sixth. You know what I mean? I mean, I'll probably be there. Europa League against someone like against the Slovenian team at home. Yeah, why not? Because it's a different game, but tourists won't see that. If it's not Barcelona, Leverkusen, or these European teams, nobody care, will they? Like this is what I don't understand. It's all good being positive, you know, and sort of say, "Oh, but profits were good." We're not the finance team. We're the fans. Like it's the club's job to do that kind of stuff. But as long as the club off the pitch are treating the fans poor, because again, look what's happening in the ground.
Thank you, Amar. Maybe it's an English thing. I don't know. Maybe it is an English thing, because that is true. Football fans in England have this generation of families together. You sit with your friends. You go to the pub before the game. You go to the pub after the game. No one in this country goes and spends £1,000 in the club shop before the game.
God, no.
We're there to support the club, not to go and spend a load of money. If that's what the club wants, fine, not a problem. Just then what we're asking is just be honest with it and say, you know what, we want a load of money spent, not a problem. But don't say we're going to give you a blue wall. And then at the very last second, chuck in that it's not. And the guy behind this is Soriano. Now, you want to know about Soriano, you know, has anyone ever heard of Spanair?
I've heard of it, I think, from someone.
Spanair was the Ryanair equivalent in Spain, owned by Ferran Soriano. It went bust due to issues with finances, leaving 36,000 people stranded. And nothing was done. And he was banned from owning an airline in Spain or being a director of an airline in Spain.
Jesus.
Just look up Spanair, people. That's all I'll say. For some reason, people have got this thing of people are very confused about what they're doing. They think if you have a go at Soriano, you're having a go at the board, and you can't have a go at the board because they're giving us so much. I'm not being funny here, but people have got to realise that a football club, especially in England, is the fans. It is the fans.
Yeah, it is.
It's a generational thing. What? Why is Ozzy going? Something just happened? Or did you have a bout of wind?
No, I was just looking at something that nearly happened. That's all.
All right.
What are you talking about?
Good or would it have been good or bad for us?
Oh, it would have been good.
Oh, shit.
Surely not.
There is nothing wrong with day trips. Listen, but there are very few. Listen, I'm just not an half and half scarf. And you want to see, and what isn't good either, I will give both sides of the coin. I don't think it's good that the people selling the half and half scarves get the abuse to get at the stadium. I don't agree with that. But I also don't expect a steward employed by Manchester City to threaten to attack City fans. It's happened. I don't expect a steward to say, we don't have this problem at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? Are you trying to invoke a problem? There's people who complained about the Galatasaray fans in the City end, and they were the ones who got threatened to kick out. What? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I said, we'll try and get people on. People don't like 1894. That's absolutely fine. That is your opinion. But there's a lot more fans feeling alienated against the club at the minute than ever before.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want to stick your head in the sand on that because we're winning trophies and we're successful, then fine.
Also, ask the players as well what they would want. Because I'm pretty sure the players would appreciate having not as against the fan, by the way. They'd appreciate people being able to go week in, week out, wouldn't they? Sort of, at an affordable rate. I know that I don't really care. The thing is, someone like Haaland would want to see, everyone there backing them and probably getting a lot behind them. Again, people will say about the money, but the thing is, money's all well and good. But when you're a football player, you want to have the atmosphere really, really good in big games. Like if we get Barcelona at home, let's say, obviously we won't because how the actual league is, how the thing is laid out for us to see them. But if we get Barcelona at home, And imagine if there were empty seats in that game, and it wasn't and it wasn't full. You know what I mean? Like that's what I mean. Like these are the kind of game, like, but especially these games coming up obviously in March and April, May obviously is running. The players need us more than ever, and yet look how much the club are treating everyone. Like it's just like, again, people are gonna sort of come back me about money and that kind of stuff, and the players and that. But the reality is, like, if the club want the fans back in the team for a title race, then you've got to at least give them a bloody, you know, back the fans as well as back the team. I know I'm waffling here, but you get what I'm trying to say here. It's just that, you know, it's hand in hand. That's hand in hand. It can't be one or the other.
See, look, give up your ticket, make a point. That's all these people say then, because that's what the club want, and I'm not going to give the club what they want. Because my season ticket becomes a normal seat, doesn't become a season ticket. Like Jay Fresh lives abroad, he gets it. So is he wrong? Sam, season ticket holder now for over 25 years. Premier League or conference, I'll still be there. But I do feel I'm no longer valued by the club who would rather sell my seat to a tourist. Luke, MCFC lads, says the exact same thing. Big Steve says the exact same thing. Are we all wrong? Are we all wrong then? And people like Brian are correct? I don't know. Maybe it's us that's got it wrong. I don't know. But yeah, but we'll do more on this coming up, and we'll sort it out. At the end of the day, I'll be at that football club long after those owners have left.
Yep.
I will always be thankful for what Sheikh Mansour has done, etc., and Khaldoon. But I'm a City supporter out of love, not out of shiny pots. If I wanted to be a lover of pots and glory, I'd have become a Chelsea fan, a United fan, a Real Madrid fan. I'm here out of love. I'd be in that stadium if it was Manchester City versus Cheltenham, or whether it was Manchester City versus whoever. I'm there. I don't like your facial expressions when you do that. Great save for who? Who's a great save for, Linda?
For us.
Callahan.
Callahan. Wow. Jesus.
Stop smoking. Oh, stop smoking.
Yeah, I'm as a fan abroad. It's not just local fans who spent years going to home match on shopping for the club for the Madrid game. There you go. And they made it a free-for-all. Exactly. The Brentford game made it a free-for-all. They messed it up. And the atmosphere is just, mate, the atmosphere is dead at the minute. It's sad, it's dead.
Awful. Again, Martin, there was a better atmosphere at the women's game against Chelsea when we won 5-1 than there was in the West Ham game where we won 3-0. And people say I'm chatting shit. The home game, there's atmosphere in the South Stand.
This guy's proved doesn't watch us. When does anyone on this channel throw the toys out when we lose? we never do that. Well, you might. You might, yeah.
No, I'm pointing.
Oh, to Pat.
Yeah.
No, he just does that in LBs.
Look at it.
Any particular reason?
Yeah, because I'm
just making the point of, like, we don't do that because look at Pat. He's so laid back. He's vertical.
Man, I don't think whatever you're going to say, Brian, is going to convince Brian any more at this point. It's like talking to a brick wall at this point. It's just look, everyone's got opinions, right? But if you can't see the issues, then even if you go home or away, or you go when you can, or you watch from home, the reality is there's a problem here, and people aren't just going to dig us up for any reason or no reason at all. Like, just honestly look at what's going on rather than sort of just defend the club all the time. Look. Again, like Martin said, the club have been brilliant for us and given us so many amazing things. But the reality is, right, you can't throw away that local support that can go when they can. Obviously, where everyone else supports club from overseas or elsewhere in the UK or in the world, that's also different, but also sort of the same. But you can't throw the ones that can go to those Fulham at home on Wednesdays, the Cheltenham at home on a Saturday if we're playing Cheltenham FA Cup or Carabao Cup. You can't throw that away, because if you lose that, then and over the games are going to be embarrassingly small in terms of attendance. It's like you have to have that support always, and you can't throw it away. You really can't.
Right, Salford.
Yay. Full time, 1-1. Let's go.
So it is full time, right?
It is.
Yeah, 4 points. 4 points. Dun,
4.
Now we can be happy
Sorry.
clappy again. Martin,
Yes.
there you go.
Hey, there are some of us have given up already, so you know.
Title's on.
What
Get
did I
the
say last
title
week?
on there.
Come on, say it. Go on. Try to hold it in.
Look at you all now. Titles on.
What do you mean all now?
Well, that's what everyone's happy with. Right, Salford. Derby. Bit of a derby. Arsenal crap the bed again.
I bet League Gunner's going to be absolutely raging at the moment.
Everyone's coming in now with the Blue Sharks. Look, Blue Sharks. Look like.
Go on, get the Sharks up. Sharks in the chat. Come on. Sharks in the
Hold
chat.
on. I've already said I think we'll win the title now. I said that after Liverpool.
Uh,
I went after
what?
Liverpool, Fulham. I went after Liverpool.
Oh,
That's
Treble,
not
so
what
Treble
you
Daddy's
said.
back, is it?
Oh yeah. Here we
No, I
go.
didn't say treble.
Treble
No.
Daddy loading. Treble
I'm
Daddy
gone back.
loading.
I think we'll win 2 trophies. I think we'll win 2 trophies. I think we'll win the league and the Carabao Cup. There you go.
Yeah, and then we'll have a really good performance in the Champions League, and Treble Father will be back.
No, piss off.
Yeah,
I'm
it
not
will.
doing it.
It will.
So well.
You know.
Anyway, FA Cup. Salford City. Derby time. I'm going to be straight with you. I got a feeling this is going to be a lot stronger team than people realise.
Yep.
It's
I've said it all week. I think a week off next week for the players. Pep will want to keep them as match fit as possible. Players will love the fact that they'll have 7-8 days off, but still, Pep will want to keep them primed and ready to go.
So who Pat, you honestly think that he's going to start Haaland?
No,
I think he might play him. He might play him. I mean, we don't know yet. We don't know how serious this so-called little niggle thing that he's got is, but I think we're going to see just as much as we saw a rotation over the last. We saw a decent amount of rotation at Liverpool, and we saw a lot of rotation happen. Yesterday against Fulham. I think we'll see the same. I think it'll be a combination. There'll be times there will be a very strong lineup, and there'll be times where there might be a handful of academy players. So. I think there's going to be there's going to be a lot of moving around.
What academy players, Pat?
Sorry. Can I just chuck something out? A little bit of thing. City have won more games in the last 6 than Arsenal have.
Crisis.
Just chucking that out there. In the last 6, Arsenal have got 9 points. City have got 11.
Igal sits to say, it's done, it's over, 6 points, it's all right, we'll win the league. You can't chat shit about anything, mate. You really can't.
Yeah, there's a 4-point gap with 13 games to go.
But yeah, won the league, the lads. Won the league. Well
and
done.
they've still got to come to El Etihad.
And Chelsea, Chelsea at home. They're at home, but again, their home form's a bit shit recently as well. So.
They've got to go against Spurs as well, and who knows what kind of manager lift that will give them. Because you do get the manager, but
You never know.
boost.
You never know.
You never know.
What we got to do.
I'll be back in a minute. Can you just host?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Win our games. Yeah, win our
course that's what-
games. Yeah, we'll be right.
Of course, that's what we've got to do. We've just got to stay focused, and honestly, from that Fulham game, I just thought we looked immense, and for the first time in quite a while, the second half, we managed the game really well. So I think if we continue to keep building upon that, then there's nothing stopping us apart from ourselves challenging
Also,
for this league.
Just quickly as well, congrats to Haaland on matching Colin Bell, 153 goals. He's now our 4th joint top goal scorer in club history now. He's 13 off. Is it Marvin? Is it I can't remember his first name. Johnson. I can't remember his first name. My brain's gone blank now. I'm sure Martin will know in the chat will know who I'm on about. But yeah, he's 4th, joint 4th now to the goals, which is mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's incredible to think. Probably by maybe next season or two, he'll be. Yeah, I think he'd pretty much be second, wouldn't he?
To be fair, I mean, I can see him being second this year at some point. His calendar year, to be honest. Yeah, I think he'll be at Aguero's record by, I reckon, end of next calendar year. I've got a funny feeling it'll be very, very soon. I was like over 100 goals away, but it'll get there quickly.
I know he's recently scored from open play, but are we still worried about his form at the moment? Do we think that's still an issue? I'm just asking the question,
Yeah, boss man says 4 eyes. Brilliant, mate. What insult that is. Congratulations, mate. One insult. Brilliant. I'm guessing you're an Arsenal fan, but there we are. City channel, City channel after a 1-1 with Brentford. Rather go on Arsenal channel, he's on the City channel.
Yep.
Brilliant.
We're not going to tolerate abuse of panel members or anybody in the chat. So, yeah, guys, mods, you know what to do when there's a mutant.
Yeah, big up, guys.
Yeah.
A big up Hong, yeah. Tommy Johnson. Big up Hong, yeah. That's what I was going to say. I know most of the players, sometimes you forget my first names, but yeah. No, honestly, it's I'm actually quite relaxed where we are. I know people are going to overthink, guys, but I'm kind of happy with where we are. We're getting better as a team. I haven't been perfect this season, but we're never going to be. We're a team in rebuild, and we're in 4 competitions going to March. That's pretty good, I'd say. Not bad.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird feeling. I'm still looking at now that we're in 4 competitions, and there's times where you feel like you're playing like as if not saying what we don't deserve to be there, but just like, really, we're still in 4. Like, it's hard to believe in a way. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I think maybe having 7 days off next week is good because they don't come that often. In January, February fixtures and that basically. So I mean, I'm probably also using comparisons to last season as well too, because this time last year everybody was absolutely losing their minds, and then we had to go and play Real Madrid. So knowing that you don't have to worry about that too much anymore, and I think maybe we're just doing. It's not necessarily doing the right things in terms of scoring goals and winning games too, but sometimes we just also are taking our foot off the gas at the right time. Conserving energy, because I've said before, like if you look back at our treble seasons, our 4 in a row seasons, people forget how quickly there were a lot of games there where we would take our foot off the gas. Yes, it was a lot more convincing when we used to control games that way because, we were just unbeatable most of the time. Or you always felt like, I don't know if you guys felt the same, but you always felt like in those games where we got 2 or 3-0 up, you looked at the way we played and you thought like, if anybody's going to score next, it's us. But we just chose not to. We chose to go back down to first gear, play at 50% and just absolutely cruise our way through. And then when it got to the business end of the season, must-win Premier League games, knockout Champions League, that's when you go full pelt for 90, 95 minutes.
Teams, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's why, this City team, as you said, Luke, we're in a transition because, you look at more than half our squad weren't there for the treble season.
Mm-hmm.
They don't understand the pressures of coming to City, playing at the big boy table and challenging and going for leagues, going for Champions Leagues. You have to be measured. You have to be calm. You have to be collected, and you have to show. Which is one of the things I really loved from Bernardo Silva is that when we got that equaliser, he picked up the ball, went straight to the halfway line.
Yeah.
Even though in the moment Haaland wanted to celebrate and go, we've just equalised at Anfield, he wanted to celebrate at the moment, but Bernardo Silva recognised that this is just the equaliser. We now have to go at them and we have to try and get another goal here because we're not here. It's not just good enough just to get an equaliser. You have to go there and try and win. Because we're challenging for the league.
Ozzy, look at the difference in Zubimendi scored that equaliser against us at the Emirates. They went off and celebrated for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But with
us, they were
it's
rightly criticised for that. John, they were rightly criticised because that's not what you go and do. Do you know what I mean? You go and you try and beat one of the best teams on the planet because at that point you could still arguably say we still are. They should have been going that we're at home. We need to bury City. So when it comes to crunch time, like where we are now, if we do drop, then we haven't got to worry so much. But
obviously we're entering crunch time now. We're almost March. It's 4 points, and we're not even in the crunch time yet. We're in March where it starts getting like cup finals, and it's 4 points now. Like it was like, what was it like around April? Was it what, like 8 points something like that in April? Was like end of March? It's now 4 points, and they're against
Martinelli. Apologies, Pardo. Yeah.
And they're against a City team not even as good as that treble winning team, not even that close to that. I'm not saying we're a bad team, by the way. We're not a bad team at all. We're actually getting better and better each week. But I'm just saying that our squad isn't settled yet in terms of our flow and our abilities yet, and we're still working on it. But the fact that go on.
I'll tell you what, Luke. I think though, if we were, because I think we can, but I'm not saying we're definitely going to win the league. But I think if we were to win the league, I think it would be such a fantastic moment for this club, for these players. Do you know what I mean? These new players that have had to find some difficult moments this season, but then overcome them. Do you know what I mean? And to actually win the league, like coming from behind, coming from where most people had written us off as a club, as them as players, as Pep as a manager, it would be monumental. Do you know what I mean? At this point,
yeah.
Because we are in a rebuild. We are. Look,
Well, I think the Carabao Cup's important, Ozzy. I think you draw parallels to that Centurion season. That was a lot of those players their first season and that, and you get a trophy that early in the season. That just launched us to the
go
the league title. I know it helped.
This baby.
Hey?
Yeah.
You just took the words out of my mouth because I was going to say the same thing. Because as well, Pat, against Arsenal, if we were to beat them for that cup, can you imagine their mentality after that? Do you know what I mean?
No,
it's either going to be that's either going to galvanise them and go, one way we're winning this league, or otherwise it's just going to plateau very quickly.
Yeah,
but the thing is, and they're going to say, "Oh, what Havertz injured? So Saliba." I'm sorry, your squad's still good enough to beat Brentford for God's sake. And
we ain't trying to hear that injuries, bulls. We got injuries too, mate.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like tonight, if they won 1-0, like all right, fair enough. You won the game 3 points. I don't really care. Like end of the day, right? I always assume that after winning their game, if they don't win, it's a bonus. Because if you hate watching everybody game, I'll tell you right now, you'll be disappointed. Whereas if you think, you know what, assume the other team will win your game, win your game. At least that way you know that you've done your job. Otherwise, you're going to be sat there getting angry when they eventually score a goal. Like tonight, it's the first goal. Thought, okay, here we go. They'll probably win the game 2-0. But they didn't. 1-1. So,
I'll tell you what, I only started watching the last 10 minutes of the game as I came on. And from what I was watching...
Now, Brentford should have won that game. Brentford should have won that game.
I was just about to say, it looked like Brentford should have won the game because I saw absolutely nothing from Arsenal. They didn't look like they were trying to go out there and win the game and try and beat Brentford. It seemed they were just trying to hang on to a 1-1 draw. And I just think that is not the kind of mentality you need to be champions. You need to be making sure that you are putting. You may still draw the game, but you need to be trying to get out there and win the game. If you want to win this league.
I mean,
Yeah, and plus, sorry, Lou, we've always said on this channel too that draws is going to are what's going to hurt Arsenal in this title race. Draws.
yeah,
It's
You can
happened
keep on
before.
having
They
draws.
are bigger momentum killers than losses because you look at Liverpool's title challenges, it was the draws that really hurt them more than the losses.
Mm.
They can be real big momentum killers as well too. And see, the thing was that that's the difference with us over the last few years, with City over the last few years, is we're not afraid to lose.
No, we're
We're
not.
not afraid to lose. And no other team rebounds better than it. Because let's look at it this way: we do lose when we're playing every 3 days. Within a week and a half, you've probably forgotten about it because you played another 3 or 4 fixtures anyway.
Yeah,
and also like Victor Gyökeres, right? The amount of glaze that people would give given this guy, 14 goal season. I mean, it sounds good when you actually factor in what he's got around him. And the amount of prop he was given, saying, he's better than Haaland, when like Darwin was obviously when he joined as well. The guy tonight, right, when it mattered most for his club, when it needed the goal to win the game, goes to the game. I know Haaland isn't perfect himself, right? But at least Haaland actually turns up most of the bloody time. Or other players do their job as well. You can't go on about being the best team in Europe and say all these things but they haven't even won anything yet. Like this is what they always do. Talk your talk when you've won stuff. Don't talk your talk when you.
It's not just him though, is it? You look at the amount of quality that Arsenal have got in that squad. I mean, they didn't start Sacco tonight. He had to come off the bench. You got Eze started, but I mean, since he joined, it was nearly £70 million move.
It's been terrible since that game.
It's been awful.
I don't know what to make.
Odegaard again. You know the way Arsenal fans go on about it, and they talk about him like in Kevin De Bruyne kind of stature. I'm sorry, but he had one really good season, and then since then I've not seen enough of him. You know, I just think that they've got a lot of quality there. And they should have been able to at least to see that game out to be a 1-0 victory at least. As you said, if they'd have done that, doesn't matter about if it had been a crap game and it had been ugly to watch. It's about the 3 points. Mm-hmm. That's all that matters. Do you know what I mean? The amount of times we've said that is when we're at top of the league and going, it doesn't matter. We've just got to see games out at this point.
That's why yesterday was so important. We scored 3 goals. And we controlled the game, saw it out, won the game. If we got 4 or 5, great. That's amazing. But again, I'd rather just get the result, 3 points secured in the bag. And also, a clean sheet as well is also really good as well.
Why did we have that? Why did we have that, Luke? Why did we have not only a clean sheet, which most people didn't think we were going to get? I was the only one out of our WhatsApp group, to me, Pat, Martin, and Rich, that actually said we get a clean sheet. And the only reason I'm saying, I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that for me, the big importance was Diaz coming back in.
Yeah.
Because I know he didn't start, but as soon as he came on the pitch, because I thought he would start, in all honesty. I thought, as good as Kuznov has been.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I didn't say 3. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I felt, because I felt that if him and
him and Gay here solid. Yeah,
Gay started. I could see a clean sheet because Diaz has been immense for us, and then Gay since he's joined has been immense. We know his qualities, even though he's only been here a few games. So I just felt that with Donnarumma as well. I could definitely see us having a clean sheet. So that's what you need right now. He's going into this part of the season. You need to be able to keep clean sheets. You need to be able to keep goals at the back of your net.
Well, imagine a back 3, right, with Donnarumma behind Vardy, Diaz, Gahey. Imagine that back 3. That'll be some immense Champions League game against Barcelona, Real Madrid. Solid fullbacks or solid backs with
Luke, the league knows they better win it this year because after our business is done this summer, we're definitely going to be favorites. So,
I've said, bro, that this season is our tuning when we get ourselves sorted out, work up the king, work up what needs to work, we'll go through. Next year, I've always said was the year where we probably kick on. But the fact that we're doing that already this season is incredible.
I'm sorry, Ed, you're wrong. Have you not heard United are back?
Mate, I'm not even worried about them because Liverpool have a lot to do, man. They have a lot to do. I know they just spent 500 million, but they have a lot of work to do. They got to replace Salah. It looks like they need a new left winger in place of Gakpo. They need to do something with their midfield.
Yeah, but the most important thing right now for them is to get Champions League football. They need to be getting back into at least the
hey, Brentford's right there too. Brentford's right there.
Oh, yeah. Brentford are doing well. I mean, Brentford for me, I feel sorry for because Igor Thiago will be out the door in summer. He'll be gone in the summer. He'll be gone. Like big up to Keith Andrews, but Coyote, Vandenberg, Janelt, Lewis Potter, Igor Thiago. These guys are good players, man.
Well, they know how to recruit, though. I give them that. They know how to recruit, so I think they'll find some pieces to bring in. So
plus the manager,
big up Formidable Centurions. Just quickly, guys, Formidable Centurions with the £2 super chat. Thanks very much, mate. Much appreciated.
Definitely, thank you.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, I was saying they have a good scouting network, so I think they'll be able to bring in. Plus, if they have European football, they'll definitely be able to attract some. They'll probably go for like youngsters or overseas and stuff like that to bring in. So
look at Bournemouth. Is it as a menu bought from Bristol City, balled out, brilliant for them, like Ake was for Chelsea. And look at that. Is it a Rayan guy from Brazil who's doing really well? 2 goals already, I think, so far for his team in the league.
Yeah.
Again, I imagine City again a few years' time. Bournemouth again. I don't know what it is at Bournemouth, but we always find our best players. Well, last two players, but this is what clubs do, isn't it? They have good scouting networks to bring in players that no one knows about, bring them in, makes them better players, and they go for more money down the line. It's like Brighton, but a lot less model. But like Brighton's a model. You can tell what they're trying to do, Brighton. But the
problem with Brighton, though, is that they've. I mean, you look where they are now compared to where they've been over the last few seasons.
Yeah,
they're currently in 14th, so that does come to bite you eventually if you keep on selling your best players and struggle to replace them with the quality you get. You can fall down the league. So there's a really good balancing act, which at the moment Brentford are doing. But they have also sold a lot of their quality players, and that will only go on so long. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
So you have to be careful. You do, but it's a very, it's as you said, look, Thiago. I mean, if I was a Premier League club in the kind of look at top 4, I'd be like an Aston Villa trying to get him now. Do you know what I mean? Just get him, because if you get Champions League football as Villa are trying to get right now, if you can sign someone like him in your forward line before somebody else comes in, because at the moment I think for the rest of the so-called top 6,
I think they'll come in for Marmoush, Ozzy. I think they're going to come in for Marmoush.
Possible. I'm saying a striker.
I don't know, Ed. I don't know, Ed. It's Mamouche's salary that makes him a bit difficult to move at the moment.
Into who's selling Mamouche? Where's Mamouche going now?
I don't know. I think Ed. I think
no,
the biggest problem
we're just talking about Brentford and how they have a chance to get
Villa.
European football.
The problem with Aston Villa is that they're one of the biggest. They're one of the most heavily effective clubs by PSR, so they probably have to sell 3 players just to get him through the door.
Yeah.
Big up FIFA. Ethan me £2. Let's beat Salford 15-1.
15-1. Jesus.
What time? Yeah.
Now you got the numbers mixed up. We want to win 11-5.
And then Formidable with a £2. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support. No, listen. Sorry, I was away. I said let me down. What were you talking about?
Talking about
we done the league.
Well, we're chatting about Brentford. About the game.
We've been talking about Brentford, yeah.
Not Brentford.
You mean
Salford.
No, we thought about you until you got back because we know how much you hate Salford. So,
Salford, they are currently in a league of the 2. They are 6 in the league currently. 29 games played, 116, drawn 4, lost 9, scored 41, conceded 35. Salford, apparently, just some quotes, they are maybe looking at resting players for this game. I don't think they expect to go much further. I'm expecting a strong team. I'll give you my predicted 11 right now. Trafford.
Yep.
Kushinoff right back. Max Elaine. Johnny Stones. Aitnori or O'Reilly at left back. Nico Gonzalez. Enrico Lewis. Reinders in the midfield. On the wing, McAdoo on one of them. And, could we put on the other one?
Is Doku back yet, or is he back in the month?
No, he's not. You're probably looking at Semenyo.
Semenyo and Mamouche.
You just
How about Spino? When's he back?
Yeah, McAdoo.
Well,
Yeah, he's not back, Luke. He's not. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
What? Yeah, Ryan McAdoo.
No, he was asking about Savio.
When's he back? Is he back soon?
2 to 3 weeks. He's slowly coming back. I think John Stones will come back in. I'm going with Stones, Elaine, Kushinoff, O'Reilly, all right, Nora. Nico G is your holder. Give Rodri a nice little week off. Give Haaland the week off. Give Foden and Cherky the week off. Even though they won't, they will all be on the bench. Because we haven't really got anyone anymore because we've sold all our academy.
Well, McCaster's gone to Leicester. I'm putting the poor guy.
McCaster's gone, Mwamba's gone, Mifuni's gone, Regan Aski's gone. Or Jaden Aski, one of the two. So, we might as well just go with it.
Yeah, we have to. Yeah.
Maybe, maybe give thought. I just think Reinders, Rico, Nico G will be a decent, that'll be a midfield bit good enough to be.
Yeah, that's fine.
I give Foden to start as well. I give Foden to start as well. Gives him more game time.
And I'm going to go for a 7-1 prediction.
Oh.
85-1.
See, 7-1's not actually out of the realms of possibility.
No, it's not.
It sounds mental, but
I just want 6-1 for me for obvious reasons.
Ozzy's going for a safe 1-0.
Hit 1-0
clean sheet.
I'm going to go since Pat went 6-1. I got to catch up to Pat.
No, we're
going to go 6-0.
No, it's FA Cup. There's no.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on.
Speaking of, I got rid of it. I'll show you in a bit. Me and Rich are still out in front.
Yeah, what's the table at now? Show us.
I think I should get a bonus point, in all honesty.
What for?
Because I was the only one who got a clean sheet.
No, you can't fuck off for 3 weeks and then go, I want a bonus point. No, that don't work.
Some of us have got to work.
What is the table now?
LB.
You haven't updated it, have you?
I have updated it. I updated it yesterday, actually.
Okay, good.
Look, because it now says week 26. Rich 26, I'm 24, Pat's 24, Aussie 22, and
Ed.
Have
I dropped 2 points?
Rich has just had a Brentford away, so yeah, I'm back in it.
How have I dropped? Because with me and Pat were level.
No, yeah, but Pat.
I picked the score at Anfield.
Yeah, Pat got the bang on score at Anfield.
So did I.
So, well, no, that is right. That I did the calculations. That's right. Calm down. Don't get all testy about it.
I am getting tested because you've rigged it.
There's still plenty of time to go yet, guys. Plenty of time to roll on yet. Don't you worry. Looks completely rigged. It is. By Rich.
Yeah.
10-0. Trafford, Nunes, Kusanov, Max, 8 Nora. I'm just giving Stones a run out. That's what it is for me.
Yeah, you have to.
Because I think that'll be one of John Stones' last ever appearances. Potentially.
Do you not think Ake?
Yeah, home too.
No, I'm giving Ake a bit of time off. Let him recover.
Time off though.
No, let him. Send Ake on a nice beach for a few weeks. Let him get that knee sorted.
And come back for March.
Yeah, he's played injured. He deserves this off. Let him have it off.
I don't know. I could see him starting there, honestly.
He wasn't on the bench the other night, though.
He came on.
Did he?
Yeah, he did come on. Yeah, he did come on.
He came on, Martin. Were you not watching the game?
No, I was
He came on,
falling
he came
asleep
on for
during the
Nori.
game.
He came on for Nori.
Oh, no,
falling
sorry.
asleep
Hang on.
during
He
the
left
game.
10 minutes early. I keep forgetting he leaves 10 minutes early.
No, I left. Cheeky bastard. I left.
Maybe cheeky, but true.
Actually,
I think
I
he
was
is going to
actually
start
right.
RK because he probably
RK
wants to
was
give.
not on the bench against Fulham.
Oh,
So
Did he come
was
on for
you
Liverpool?
watching the
He
game
came
then,
on.
Jose? No,
He
he
came
didn't.
on.
The bench was Ryan Cherka, Nico Gonzalez, Kushanoff, Lewis, Elaine, Mamouche, Reinders, Stones, Trafford. No Nathan Ake on that bench, guys.
No, did he come on against Liverpool? He came on, though. He came on
Yes.
against Liverpool then.
That was it. I was thinking Liverpool, sorry.
Pissed off. You're wrong. Get in the bin. You're wrong. I knew it was right. Pissed off.
You had to check
So
though.
was you not watching the game?
No, I had to leave 10 minutes early.
Ed, was you not watching the game? What, you had to leave your couch 10 minutes early? Jesus. No.
Of course, I was
Alan
watching the game. I was in WhatsApp talking about the game. What are we doing?
Alan did play the predictions. That's why Ed's on 13 points. He's taking over Alan's points.
that's so cheeky, man. That's so cheeky.
I'm kind of
We
surprised
can't
Alan's
put him
actually
on
ended up
zero,
with 13
can I?
points.
Well, you could. You could.
All right, you're going on 0 now, Ed. Bollocks to your 13 points. You're losing it all. He's gone. Look.
Blimey, Luke, you've upset him.
Sorry.
No, yeah, I just think we'll be in the 5th round. Nice. And then we've got a full week off, which is very nice. A full week.
Finally. Do you know what? That getting that 8th spot was huge when at UCL because I was having 2 more games to play.
Massive.
Maybe Everton, Salah. Everton having a little interest in Johnny Stones at the moment.
Brantford and Stones, 2 players that never play ever again.
Jesus, they'll never have the back line fit. They'll never have the back line fit. Braithwaite and Stones, that physio's and Grealish. That physio's really going to have a good time with City players.
Yeah, that's the NHS 11. NHSFC.
Hang on a minute. I'm afraid Grish has come back to us. So
No, he hasn't. He stayed. No, he stayed at Everton in the end.
And did he?
Stayed. They've got Neil's gone 3-0. Neil's gone 6-1. DC's gone for a 4-0. Amar's gone 11-1. See, there's always one that just has to push that extra bit, don't they? Just to beat the record. Just to get the record beat. 5-0 says Ash. 7-1.
I looked the other day. The FA Cup record wasn't Exeter.
No, I meant the City record.
The City record, yeah, in an FA Cup is like 12-0. It was like
No, I
100
just
years
meant
ago.
the general one, 10-1.
No. Someone's going to have to predict 13-1.
I can imagine he is.
Yeah, he is.
I can imagine he's giving Turkish some shit right now.
Oh! Funnily enough, right? Turkish actually is on the panel today. It's actually Toby's
you're
brother.
not on the panels. You're not turned up.
Oh, he's bottled it apparently. Ooh.
These Arsenal fans, their ass has fallen. From what I'm hearing, they should have got beat about 4 or 5 as well.
Someone said in the comments, the media said, "Oh, it was a good point."
Alan is fine. Alan's just decided to have a little break from the channel for the foreseeable.
I thought you banned him.
I would have banned him.
I thought you kicked him to the curb.
Don't, because people are going to start thinking we really.
But you give me P45.
It was a mutual agreement.
Mutual? It's not what it sounds like in the chat.
Oh,
you effing this and you effing that.
Staring the pot. He's staring the pot.
What chat? Pep usually respects competition, expect rotation, but not much. Stevie's gone for his 100 to 1. Is that just the odds on a Salford win?
Yeah, not the actual goal. How many goals in probably?
They say you're going to have to accept John Stones is leaving. Come to terms with it. We're going to have a moment. We're going to have a little moment for Rich as well to accept John Stones will be gone in the summer as well.
He'll do a whole.
Yeah, Rich and I are already planning our.
If you come to terms with it early, DC, like we're trying to do with Rich
and me,
it'll be easier when it happens.
Why do you keep leaving me out of this conversation? I'm the only one with the John Stones flag in the background.
All right, well, you then, because you don't normally jump over it like they do.
Yeah, because I'm reserved. I'm a reserved individual.
Everyone's winning the league. Oh, I'm going to have some fun on Judge Mo tomorrow. I'm going to have some fun on Judge Mo tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I bet you are.
Oh, yeah.
Amar, thank you for the gifted 5 memberships. Please say thank you to Amar if you have been gifted one. That means a lot. See, Amar, it's a lot happier when you live in Happy Clappy Land, isn't it?
It is.
When you live in the Happy Clappy Land, it's a lot easier. Every cloud is pink and nice and fluffy. Tastes like a marshmallow.
Whereas in the negative,
when you go into angry Amar, you come on, nice and easy, Amar. Hold my hand.
Everyone
we'll go together. It is, Martin. There you go. See, there you go. We're going to turn this into like a conversion stream where all the haters are going to convert into happy clappers. And I was responding to someone last night in the comments. They went, you know what? Semenyo, he scored way more goals than Savio. Savio's just shit. What's Savio got to do with this debate on Fulham?
What's happening? Why video into it? Why can't they just...
And apparently I police it because I said it, you know, let's not do that. And should I slag Michel Vonkov? He's not played with us for 35 years. Should I give him a bit of a slagging? Michel Vonkov, you know.
Well, you slag off every Australian-born player, so yeah.
That's true.
No, I just slag off Australians. Ooh, controversial. No, it's a joke.
We're not really Pats here.
Well, we don't appeal to Australian market anymore. That's why Blues Down Under's gone. And it, Pat?
Oh, you just have to take that up with my employer, sorry.
Oh, we are your employer.
Oh, okay. So working for the biggest airline in Australia is just a hobby, is it? It's just a hobby. It's just volunteering work. Yeah. It's just a front to the real. Yeah.
Right. Take it up with Andrew now. Take it up with
Danny
Andrew
Allsop
now.
played before I was a fan, so I can only.
Fucking glory. What Australian? What did play for us apart from apart from Seattle?
You know, yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. Oh, so what? Okay, so you're going to slag off Dave Oldfield?
Okay, I'll give you that one. But that was before you were a fan.
No, but he was Australian born, but he's also English, so you're going to slag him off.
I'm all right. So Jason Van Blurk.
So you were probably sitting there. Yeah, you're probably sitting there in the Kippax in the Main Road Massacre with your little baby bib on, saying great goal, this is amazing and that, and then your dad goes, you know, he's born in Australia. Oh shit.
Listen, sunshine. Number one, there was no
plenty of sunshine here, mate. Don't you worry.
There was no standing. There was no sitting in the Kippax back then. It was sitting on your dad's shoulders, watching the river of piss.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, let me rephrase that. The Gene Kelly stand.
Oh, is Martin going down memory lane again?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was going to happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry that I'm the oldest and most loyal City fan on this panel right now. Because I am better than all
I thought I was Rich.
I'm going to police this whole situation now. Your opinions are banned.
Let me get my violin out.
Listen, I'm only going to start doing what I get accused of. I might as well go with it. Phil Foden, nothing is allowed to be said wrong. What's the other thing? What's the other one? What was the other one I did? I police comments. I'm banned from opinion.
Nico G agenda. He's shit.
Nico G agenda.
Yep.
Personal agenda.
What's the other one I do? Chat, help me out. What else do I do?
Her personal agenda, apparently.
Oh, Husanoff agenda.
Yeah.
Turkey agenda.
Yeah.
Nunes agenda.
Board agenda now. Got a board agenda.
Yeah.
The comment. Is that you, Pat, putting that?
Of course it is.
Anyway.
Sorry, mate. I'm back.
Oh, fuck.
So what happens when you give me the keys to the kingdom,
Stones
sunshine?
agenda. Hey, DC, I've got some big stones. I have no stones agenda.
Don't click. Pause.
Pause.
Whoa. Where are you going with that?
are
Standing
you
the
going?
kit back is the best. Yeah. Might as well throw in some Remember Sean Wright Phillips in there. No, that's too young. But David White. Mara's agenda not being world class.
Yeah.
Listen, because you chuck world class around like some people chuck their underwear around, ain't my issue, Ash.
Yeah. Jacko, world
You've
class.
got to earn
You
world
got
class
world
in
class.
my world.
Very world class.
Simon Colosimo or what up? Do you know what? We are going to do that during the international break. We're going to do a nostalgia show, so we'll get about 4 views.
Oh, President nostalgia.
Hammering agenda, yeah, I like that one. Bit of Paul Lake worship, yeah. Uwe Rosler worship. Oh, moments. That's because I don't have moments. I make my moments last, DC. That's why. Before
Exactly.
views that you remember fondly. Listen,
Legacy
Nice.
fan agenda.
why have I got a dance agenda? Dance
Nice
agenda.
agenda.
Dance agenda.
Yeah, you
Where the
wanted
fuck's
him
the
as our
dance
manager,
agenda
didn't
come
you?
from?
You wanted him as manager.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I'm sure that was the top pick at one stage.
Reverardi fan club. Let's go.
See, by the way, I can't have a Newcastle agenda because tomorrow we will be talking Oil Brothers. Don't forget, 8 p.m. live on the show.
Oh yeah, the best manager in the world, Pep Guardiola, isn't it, apparently, according to some Newcastle
Apparently
fans.
so. And don't forget, 2 p.m. 90 minutes for Martin and Tone and Pulper and Ozza and every other fucker who wants to join. We'll be live at 2 p.m. Everyone's on. Everyone's on tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Apparently, Tone's going to cook me.
Oh God,
He did say he was going to cook you.
I don't
have
know
fun, man.
it was a yeah, who gifted it, yeah. So right, yeah. Last 5 minutes. Say whatever you want. Final thoughts and all that.
Martin, dictator.
Mind it.
I thought we were doing like opinions, not facts.
No, I just want to say, man, we're right there. We're 4 points off.
To get the other way around, but
No,
just got it back.
I got it the right way around.
We just got to back the team because, Arsenal fans are already shitting themselves.
Yep.
So, we just got to back the Blues. We're all Blues. No matter if you're foreign, if you're going to the stadium, just back the lads.
One game at a time.
Oh, yeah, don't forget. I've also got a day tripper agenda.
Yeah.
Away day
Half
agenda.
and half agenda.
Away day agenda. Giving you form.
Yeah.
I've got no away day agenda. I'm just shit at them.
Yeah. We keep telling you not to go because every
Tell
time
you,
we go,
well-
we get beat.
Listen, my away record is actually 70% win rate at the minute.
Yeah, but we need 100% right now because
Away
we're 4
game.
points behind.
Saying that, the 2 main away games I didn't go to, Madrid and Anfield, we won. And I should have been at Anfield.
Well, we
That was the
we
part
are.
that really hurt. I should have been at Anfield.
And do you know what? Knowing your luck, then it probably been that McAllister shot at the end. I probably would have got in probably if it hadn't been saved. So probably been 2-2.
In a got off.
Where is Governor? I did send the link to Governor. I don't know where he is. Anyway, no, yeah, Blues Down Under will be back as soon as Pat sorts his thing out. Next week, we'll probably return Blues. We'll probably go back to the 2 parts. We'll do the Blues Down Under early on the Thursday, and then we'll come on and do the evening part. So, for the foreseeable, while Pat sorts his roadmap out.
Actually, we should be able to do Blues Down Under back to its usual Tuesday night, Wednesday night here, whatever the majority go with from next week. Yeah, my schedule is... I'm finally back on mornings, which I'm really happy with.
Is that true?
Oh, well, he's over in... Yeah,
He
he's
did
over in
say
Manchester at the moment.
Oh, he is in here. Yeah.
Yeah, because he flew out straight after. Straight
You
after
know
our
what,
show
Lenny?
last week.
Your memory's better than me. I got it.
Well, that's not difficult.
I am getting old. Unk's agenda.
Yep.
Twangers. My agenda. I love a my agenda.
No, that's on my agenda.
He wishes.
Sydney Sweeney, my agenda. But yeah, tomorrow there's loads going on. 2 p.m. We'll be back with the 90 minutes with Tone. 5 p.m. I'm on Judge Mo.
Title charge.
That's going to be fun. And then at 8 p.m. we'll be back with Baz and the gang and Ed. Ed, are you on tomorrow night? Or is it Saturday you're not on?
Yeah, I'll be here for Oil Brothers.
Oh, he's here for Oil Brothers. Just so you know, Ed's taking his partner out for a lovey-dovey meal on Saturday.
Yeah, man.
I'm lucky.
When's Oil Brothers?
Tomorrow.
Friday at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I should be around for that.
So that's 7 a.m. your time.
What, you're not taking your new love date out, Pat?
No,
Not at 7 a.m. in the morning, he's not.
No, not at 7 in the morning, mate. No, she's
no.
Poor girl. She's sick as a dog at the moment too. She's on antibiotics. She's not feeling well.
She's going out with you, that's why.
No, that's sick and twisted.
She's sick as a dog. Are you going out with? No. Anyway, right.
Don't know where you're going with that, but on that note, don't forget to like and subscribe on the way out. Thank you.
Ed on the wind up for Oil Brothers. Ed just likes to wind Baz up for Oil Brothers. He does. Big up, Alf. Go and give Alf a lot of love. It's good to see you back after your struggles, mate. And we're always there if you need to. And this is the thing, me and Alf don't always agree. We disagree more than we agree, but we do it in a respectable manner. And that's what we're going to do. And like I said, I will reiterate again, we're not trying to be dicks with the new rules for community. We just want a nice community. People can disagree and you can agree, but we're not going to do the personal attacks on panels, people in the chat, players for no reason. We want to have proper, good debates here. We're not going to do any of this you're a dick crap. So mods, you know the rules. Everyone's going to have 3 strikes. We want a good community. Like I said, it's not about being the biggest, it's about being the best. And that's what we want. Because when we do win the league, we can all go, haha, we told you also. But every other City channel will go, oh, we won the league. No, but you all said we were shit. And we have receipts. I'm only joking. Yeah. The only worst person I will have a receipt on is Alan fucking dares to celebrate this league title at the end. Fucking dares.
Whoa. You were first thing fifth.
Pat will get him on the first Qantas flight he can get him on over to Manchester, so Mike can.
No, he's not even worth. He's not even worth putting on Jetstar, mate.
Just the cooking session of a lifetime.
AI agenda. Anyway, no, I want to say thank you to everyone who has joined us tonight in the chat. For Dash Mesh and Marv for the gifted and renewing your memberships. For FIFA and Formidable for your very kind and generous super chats. And for Ozzy, Pat, Luke, and Ed for giving up their time and again being on your channel. Thank you very much, everyone. And I hope you have a lovely evening. Ozzy, we'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. No doubt.
Yep.
Very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. There was a lot of like love in that there, wasn't there? Like,
I guess.
Yeah. I've got to come on twice in 24 hours. Okay, now.
That's what you and I.
Where's my overtime?
Tell me about it, Pat.
Pat, thank you. I'll see you for Blue Oil Brothers then with Ed.
I believe so. Yeah, should be around for it.
What's with my head?
Unless you think that it's important for me to go on a 6:30 a.m. date with the missus while she's still got a head full
I
of
didn't say it
antibiotics.
was what you said about Valentine. Jesus, whoa, why have I got ropes?
No, I'm putting this out to the panel, but obviously you're in charge, so yeah.
I just said I was surprised he wasn't going out on a date. Jeez.
No, we don't do Valentine's in my house.
Ozzy, my dates are based off the time of time zones in the UK. All right?
Anyway, and yeah, Luke, not in my lifetime. Show him a lot of love.
Yeah, big up, man. Thank you very much.
We'll see you.
Just real quick. I'll appreciate the shout tonight because tomorrow I won't be able to watch the shows tomorrow when I live because tomorrow is actually my granddad's funeral tomorrow, sadly. So I won't be able to watch the shows live tomorrow, but I'll watch them on the Saturday. But I appreciate coming on tonight. It's been a nice sort of a nice distraction away from that tomorrow, and I appreciate all the support people for sort of giving me as well on that.
Yeah, no worries. Like, yeah, sending condolences. Yeah,
thank you, mate. Hey guys.
No, and like I said, Luke, we're always there, mate, and we love that you're becoming a part of the Thursday night shows. Really is good, mate. We love you. We love having you on. So thoughts and prayers are with you, and you look after your family, mate. Yeah, and we'll see you all tomorrow. So love to all. You are legends. I'm going to redirect you over to LB's live, so I'm going to send you there. Hang on, let me set it up.
Hit the likes before you go, everybody. Hit the likes.
Got fucking live tonight. Everyone's live now. Egal's live. I could send you over there for a cooking. Send you over to Catch for a cooking. Everyone's gone fucking live all of a sudden.
Wonder why.
Something important happened tonight.
Not important for us.
It is a bit weird though, isn't it? Having games on a fucking Thursday. That's weird.
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah.
LB is saying total believe now. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, don't worry. I'm about to go.
Must believe.
Don't you
Welcome to the
Hold on. You said it was over.
I'm going to, exactly. I'm going cooking him. Right. Manquay Raid in the chat over at LB. We love you all. We'll see you all tomorrow. And as always, up the Blues. Take care of.
Hey, everyone.
Good night.